One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the banks of the Raritan in Piscataway, New Jersey, SHI Stadium, home to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Ducks will kick it away to start. And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Scarlet Knights offense will have first crack at this one. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Pocket breaking down. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Scarlet Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Ducks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question, it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Moore to the air. Looking left. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
They go to the ground. Gets it past the marker. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another 1st down.
They run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Got his man. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Moore will throw. Here's the pressure. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Not even a moment of anxiety in that decision. 4th and 1, yep, we're going.
Well, this isn't even a discussion in the headset. Like, this is automatic, autopilot. Like, 4th and 1, we're going for it every single time.
The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles and got him on the ground.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll try to slam it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. There's a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Takes the handoff. It's Campbell. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Running back searching for a hole. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Sheffield. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
That's a 3rd down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So 3rd down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's strong. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback. And a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. The give to the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Moore to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Casper. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And the Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Bryant. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Well, Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches, but I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that position plays out. Dylan Gabriel exhausted his 17th year of eligibility finally last year, David, so that's where my eyes are at.
He did, no doubt about it. He was around for a long time, but I think it's more the excitement with Lanning and continuing to bring in high recruiting classes, but breaking through and getting that first national title. They're on the precipice. Is this the year?
So now it's 2nd and long. Moore will throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. From the gun, running back on the move. Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Makes the grab, it's Weber. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. It's Sheffield. A big play. Gets it into plus territory. territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
That's caught. It's Sheffield. And the Scarlet Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
At the 36-yard line. Brings up third down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. This is now a 7-point game.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Moore to the air. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab on the left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Pass interference. Offense.
Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires toward the target. Caught over the middle. It's Hughes. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
On the ground, it's Hughes. Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
On the screen.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
At the 42-yard line. Third down.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Sheffield. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Moore will throw. Working that wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force the negative play.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
Hunt is on its way. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Strong. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
Makes the grab. It's Sheffield. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Off play action. Grab behind the line. It's Campbell. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
The give to the tailback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Moore to the air. With the catch, it's Casper. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Ducks have this offense rolling. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's reeled in. It's Bryant. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Uncorks it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They marched 78 yards down the field, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. The Scarlet Knights have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Got it behind the line. It's Weber. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long, and the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Scarlet Knights decide to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Moore will throw. Fires to the tight end. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got him downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Moore. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Now, this defense, you can tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. And this one is perfect. They're now up by a touchdown at 20-13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Piscataway. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the birthplace of college football.
The Scarlet Knights will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Whittington. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard.
He's loose on the left. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Moore to the air. Makes the grab. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Ducks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And the Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the gun, they'll try the middle. There he goes. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. caught in the backfield. It's Casper. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yard.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They march 79 yards on the drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Off-play action on 1st down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Scarlet Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's strong. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throw.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
The Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the 2nd half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Moore will throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Bryant. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10, he'll do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
On the run, it's Hughes. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Working that left side now. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The Ducks have their offense in high gear. He'll pull it on the read. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Moore to the air. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ducks!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Finds his tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Now on first down from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
And the Scarlet Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, these DBs better stay ready because even though they're trailing by a lot in this game, the opponent's not trying to run the ball and bleed the clock. They are still taking shots, so you're going to have to continue to try to make plays back there deep.
Moore will throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Working the middle. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Campbell. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
The defense has got to have a plan for this guy. They knew coming in he was the go-to guy. This is the guy the quarterback was going to be looking for virtually on every big down and distance in this game. So they've got to find ways to try to slow him down.
The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Toss to the outside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Right back to him on the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Never a doubt. Had to settle for the field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. On the run, it's Hughes. Turning it on! And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
A little screen to the running back. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Ducks come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these 1st downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
The Ducks are rolling down the field. With the catch, it's Bryant. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
More to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, Next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Got a man. It's Bryant. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Caught in the backfield, it's low. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a second down play. Now the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Rides to back and leaves it. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Moore will throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to bowl his way in. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a fourth and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. Second and 10, really hard. Third and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Back to pass on second down. Quick completion on the out. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And the Scarlet Knights are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll go to the air on third and short. Caught near the sticks. It's strong. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Finds a little space. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's strong. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
The Scarlet Knights look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. Bring in the heat. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the Scarlet Knights have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
At the 7-yard line. It's now second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Campbell. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
Splits the uprights. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out.
37, Rutgers, 23.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
So now it's second and long. Moore to the air. Hauls it in. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
Makes the catch. It's Bryant. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hughes. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Oregon 44, Rutgers 23.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Campbell. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Scarlet Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Duff. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And the Scarlet Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. A strike downfield. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
The Scarlet Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got it behind the line. It's Campbell. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
A nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What? What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's strong. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Duff. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
The Scarlet Knights line it up with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw again. Here's the heat. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Lining up to add another.
Is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Look out, he's got room. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going, lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Weber. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Scarlet Knights in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's strong. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle at Sheffield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man, it's strong. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
He breaks a tackle. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
On first down from the 13-yard line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't good.
Touchdown, Rutgers! Fit it in the window for the score.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
And the extra point is good, but that's just a little window dressing, and the game is over.